Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana continues to hover sideways. The sideways grind continues. Again, stock market hasn't opened yet in the US, so I think the market is just a little bit patient now, waiting maybe for that stock market to open, but then we'll see. I mean, the stock market is also not super exciting at the moment, so we might not really get those impulses. Yeah, here so far, I mean, I could move the wave 4 here, yeah. And say it's over this wave 4 as we hit the 50% fib retracement. But it's not that easy. You know, this could also become a triangle, like an Elliott wave triangle, where you count it a little bit different because we're just having a sideways grind. It looks corrective. So the idea is that this is probably not yet the breakout in the fifth wave, because also here to the upside, you have clearly only 3 waves and overlaps already. So the idea is that, hey, yeah, you know, maybe wave 4 was over and we're sort of climbing higher in some kind of a leading diagonal in the first wave of the wave 5, but it's just not reliable. And we can only really analyze what we see, and this is morphed into something more like a channel than a descending wedge. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, the thing is, we are most likely still in the correction, which means either, you know, you could, there are various forms. So for example, you could say, okay, this is maybe, all of this was the A wave. We are now moving up in a B wave and will come down once more in C, maybe have a double bottom. Or this is a triangle. In an Elliott wave triangle, the wave 4 isn't finished yet. So in an Elliott wave triangle, we would say, yeah, probably this has to be the A wave, because there's a 3 wave move down. Yeah, it would have to be. It depends a bit on what we're doing actually there. Let me go to the smaller time frame. Yeah, okay, we moved up first, so that was the peak of the 3rd wave. Then, yeah, it's hard to say this was really a triangle, because you would have to, well, okay, it's a 3 wave move, so you could say that this was the A wave of the triangle, where I currently have the 4th wave there, so A wave of the triangle. This would be the B wave, so it could become quite a lengthy Elliott wave triangle, right? Something like that, and then you would have the wave 4 sit here. In that scenario, we don't necessarily need to make a lower low. I would actually prefer that, because it would hold. It would mean that Solana holds the 50% fib level. Because in the end, you know, if we say we are in a wave 4, ideally we need to say, okay, ideally Solana holds the 50% fib level. So I need to start from down here. The 50% fib level is at 2350. Now we touched that already. We touched that, and however, the move up is not impulsive. That's what you ideally want. You want to touch that level and then go up impulsively. Now it's not doing that. So the one possibility would be that we have only, as I said, only an A wave here. This is a B wave, and we come down in a C and make a lower low below the C wave here, which would then mean a large ABC or even a WXY correction. However, in that scenario, we're going to break the 50% retracement, which will make this entire move unreliable, and it could indicate that we're already in the wave 2. Okay, so very clearly, if we break below the 50% level, it means we're breaking now the ascending broadening wedge as well, and we are most likely in the wave 2 and will come down quite a lot. Maybe get some support along the way, maybe here around the $20 to $21 level, but it should fall down. The only way to avoid that really is either that we are already in the 5th wave, but I don't really believe that the way we are moving up at the moment, or that we have a triangle here, an Elliott wave triangle. We already had an Elliott wave triangle, I believe here. No, somewhere. Don't know. I think here, but it was the other way around. It came down. Because with an Elliott wave triangle, you're now making higher lows and lower highs. So it would sort of be a contracting triangle, which it looks a bit like that, especially here most recently. So we could sort of be moving in there and then, you know, make it a C, a D. It doesn't really need to adhere to the trend lines here, but just looks good. So, and then the wave 4 doesn't need to make another low, so it could basically hold here the support level, it could hold the trend line and would then move up. That would be my preferred outcome, but also without clear direction at the moment from Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's hard, and we need to be prepared for both options. And anybody who entered before and entered in any of these support areas that we had along the way, I would be prepared to move up my stop losses or realize at least some temporary profits. Anybody who's leveraged, maybe take the leverage down a bit, de-risk a bit, just sort of from a strategic point of view. And then, you know, we should still move up here, ideally, as long as we're holding that 50% fib level and as long as we're holding the trend line. Yesterday I mentioned to you, it could very well be that we are going to go to that trend line of that ascending broadening wedge, and it looks like we might do. But let's see, let's see where it takes us. If we're in an Elliott wave triangle, it probably will move up and down a little bit more, at least once more, up in a D wave and then down in an E wave. But these can be very short. So it will be interesting. Possibly we already have an outcome when the stock market opens, or in the first few hours of the stock market. Okay, that's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.